Yes, I've rewritten a rubric. This rubric was borrowed from the University of Wisconsin Stout. As you know, I was doctoral candidate at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. The rubric was set up for evaluating student blogs, and I think blogs are the absolute when it comes to trying to figure out where students are at. And I think it's probably one of the greatest advantages of Web 2.0 for teaching online. Along with that goes discussion and the comments that are posted on other students' blogs. And I certainly need to learn a little bit more about commenting on other students' blogs. But anyway, at any rate, when I looked at this rubric, it's not an exact copy, of course, and I've left a lot of their elements out and adapted to my own thinking about the course that I would like to present. However, I'm somewhat limited by knowing what students can or cannot do at that college grade level, and also by what would what would be the best they could do, and what is proficient, and what needs work, and what is unacceptable. Of course, that's pretty clear. This is not only a summative rubric in the fact that it's assessment on their blogs, but I would be working with the students throughout the course to help when they fall into the needs work and unacceptable category, to help them bring that up to speed and place them in the proficient and exemplary area of the rubric. So although this is a summative assessment, at short periodic posts, in other words, every week I would have them post a blog pretty much like we've had to do throughout this course certification program. And the reason for that is I think that it clearly points out, not only for the student but for the instructor, where everybody is going with the course and how they're developing with their blogs. Also, discussion and comments on blogs are primary. And Black and William has stated that short tests at the end of a say for instance module are the best thing to help students. Well, I think bringing them back to the rubrics on the blog by posting their grade like Robin has done and Jenny before her and on, is that you can see weekly where you're at, how many points you're getting, what you might have to do better next time, basically because of the comments that the instructor posts to those blogs and the comments that the other students post. So I designed the rubric pretty much like they had it, and like I said, the green and red areas are areas that I would have to work with the students, either individually or as a whole. Again, this rubric would not be used for the final project. That would be another rubric very similar to this, but a bit more specific as to what I expected them to have in the blog and what the goals of the final project are. So it would be based on this. My categories, as you can see, are a lot about the mechanics and how to write a blog, but also what excellence looks like, or what proficiency looks like when it comes to citing sources, including hyperlinks, the timeliness of their posts, the kinds of comments that they're making to other students' posts, and the kind of contributions that they're making in the module as a whole. And each week, these 100 points would be broken down and entered in some way so that they could judge where they're at, where they need to go. That's it.